You sit down with a hot slice of pizza, you are about to take the first bite, and suddenly, you feel it. The stare. You look down, and your dog is locked onto you with an intensity that could melt glass. They are not blinking. They are not moving. Most of us just laugh it off and think, oh, he's just hungry, or she's begging for a bite. But what if I told you that from a psychological and evolutionary standpoint, hunger is only about 10% of what is actually happening in your dog's brain right now? That intense, unwavering stare isn't just about the food on your plate. It is a complex behavior deeply rooted in social hierarchy, resource guarding, and a silent language that predates human civilization. Let's talk about what your dog is actually doing when they watch you eat. To understand the stare, we have to travel back about 30,000 years. Unlike cats, who are solitary hunters, dogs evolved from wolves, highly social pack animals. But as they domesticated themselves around early human settlements, they transitioned from active hunters to opportunistic scavengers. In the wild, when a pack takes down prey, there is a very strict order to who eats and when. The highest-ranking members eat first, while the subordinates wait on the periphery. They do not attack, and they do not steal. They sit, and they watch. They are closely monitoring the dominant eaters, waiting for the exact moment they step away or drop a scrap. When your dog stares at you while you eat, they are playing out an ancient genetic script. You possess the high-value resource, and they are respectfully waiting for their turn in the hierarchy. Now, there is a big misconception here that we need to clear up. A lot of old-school trainers will tell you that a staring dog is trying to dominate you or challenge you for your food. That is simply not true. If a dog were truly challenging you, their body language would be stiff, their ears would be pinned, and you might hear a low growl. But think about your dog's face when they want your food. Their ears are usually relaxed, their eyes are wide and soft, and they might even be sitting perfectly still. This is not a challenge, it is a request. In canine social dynamics, staring is a way of gathering information. They are acknowledging that you are in control of the resource, and they are simply asking, are you going to finish that? But the stare is not just passive waiting, it is an active calculation. Dogs are absolute masters of human body language. When they sit there frozen, they are actually analyzing your micro movements. They are tracking the speed at which your fork moves to your mouth. They are listening to the sound of your chewing. They are watching where your eyes go. Have you ever noticed that the moment you wipe your mouth or push your plate away, your dog suddenly stands up or wags their tail? They know the meal is over before you even say a word. They stare because they are compiling data, predicting exactly when the probability of a dropped French fry is at its absolute highest. So, if it is just a natural instinct, why does it feel so deeply manipulative to us? Why do we feel so guilty? Well, that part is actually our fault. Over centuries of living together, dogs have learned exactly which facial expressions trigger a caregiving response in human brains. They use those big, sad puppy dog eyes because, frankly, it works. And this is where operant conditioning comes in. If your dog stares at you for 10 minutes, and at the very end you give them a tiny piece of crust just to make them stop, you haven't stopped the behavior. You have just taught them that staring for 10 minutes is exactly what it takes to get paid. You are rewarding the stare, ensuring that they will do it again tomorrow, only with even more dedication. So, what should you do if the staring makes you uncomfortable? First, absolutely do not punish them. Remember, they are acting on a deeply ingrained instinct, not trying to be bad. Punishing a dog for staring only creates anxiety and confusion. The most effective psychological approach is boundary setting. Teach your dog a place command. When you sit down to eat, guide them to a specific bed or mat in the room and reward them for staying there. They can still watch you, but they are doing it from a respectful distance. And most importantly, you have to be consistent. If you never, ever feed them from the table, the intense staring will eventually fade. They will realize that the table is no longer a viable source of resources.
The next time your dog burns a hole into your soul while you are eating a sandwich, do not just see a hungry pet. See a brilliant observer, an animal deeply connected to its ancient instincts, patiently waiting within the social hierarchy of your home. If you found this breakdown of dog psychology fascinating, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the minds of our best friends. Does your dog have a specific strategy for begging at the table? Do they stare or do they whine? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.